Dear students, good afternoon. Last day we discussed on verbs, various forms of verbs. Okay, and I solved fill in the gaps with right use of verbs from Combined Board, SSC Combined Board 2018 and HSC Combined Board 2018 COSET. Today I will discuss non-finite verbs, and then I will also solve the question from Dhaka Board 2019, HSC COSET and SSC 2018. Okay, SSC 2019 Dhaka Board or HSC 2018 Combined Board COSET. Okay, take your pen and papers and get ready to copy my discussion on various forms of verbs, non-finite verbs today. Okay, take your pen and papers. You see here, last day I discussed on the verb of different forms, and you got here verb are of two kinds, finite and non-finite. Finite complete the sense, non-finite doesn't complete the sense. Then finite is of two kinds, principal and auxiliary. Principal are of three forms, do, be and have verb. Auxiliary are two forms, usual and model. And the principal verb is of two kinds, transitive and intransitive. Which has object, that is transitive, which has no object, that is intransitive. And transitive are of two kinds, single object and double object, transitive. Okay. Today I like to discuss on non-finite verbs. Finite verbs are the verbs that complete the sense and it has present, past and future form, present, past and past participle form, and I will discuss finite verbs in tense later on in another class. With the other classes you will be cleared upon finite verb in tense, but non-finite verbs in various names will be cleared today first, then filling in the gaps. Okay, those who missed my last class on these various forms of verbs, please find out my class from YouTube 3S. Okay, now the second session on verb, non-finite verbs. Please give the headline, non-finite or non-finite verbs. Okay, and what are the names of non-finite verbs? The verb that doesn't complete the sentence. Have you heard the name of participle? Yes, in participle the present participle is one kind of non-finite verb, and the present participle's form is verb plus ing, and it has two functions. One is doing previous action, and the other is expressing present action, সেটা কি দুটাই দেখি. If I say example, learning the answer, I wrote it. Learning the answer, I wrote it. Learning the answer, I wrote it. So here during learning you get learn plus ing, but this expresses doing the previous action. Okay, it expresses doing the previous action. Learning, first you have learned, then you have written it. So learning the answer, I wrote it. First I learned and then I wrote. So to express it within one sentence, we can use ing after verb, learn plus ing, that is present participle. And if I express another example with verb plus ing, that will be present participle expressing present action. I found him, আমি তাকে পেলাম, learning the answer, learning answer. Here learning is beside him, so he is learning. So here learning expressing the present action done by him. Okay, done by him, present action learning. I found him learning action, learning answer, that is তাকে আমি উত্তরটি তৈরি করা অবস্থায় পেলাম. I found him learning answer. But here learning the answer, I wrote it. আমি আনসারটা শেষ করে এটা লিখলাম. Number 2, past participle. Past participle, another finite verb, past participle. And past participle is the participle expressing done action, যে অ্যাকশনটা অলরেডি ঘটে গেছে. যেমন I found him fallen on floor. Fallen on floor. I found him fallen on floor. You got it. Present participle verb ing or past participle verb plus. This is also main verb plus ing. This is main verb ing present participle. This is also main verb NV plus either D or ED. Or T or N or En. Fallen, fall, En, fallen. Main verb fall, En, fallen. MV, D, ED, T, N, En. These are past participles expressing done action. I found him fallen on floor. Okay, I found him fallen on floor. Here him is expressed which he has done. He has done. So done action, expressing done action. So present participle is expressing the previous action, also expressing present action, and also past participle is expressing done action. And now perfect participle, another non-finite verb is perfect participle. Another non-finite verb is perfect participle. It is expressed with having plus past participle. Having plus past participle. Okay, having plus past participle. Perfect participle is expressed having plus past participle, that is perfect participle. This is also expressing previous action, expressing previous action. And dear learners, don't think that it will not come in my exam. It will come into your exam. How? In the form of fill in the gaps. If you know the name, if you know the action of these verbs, then you will be able to use these kinds of verbs. Whenever you will get the dash which demands main verb ing, you must have known why is it main verb ing. It is main verb ing to express previous action as present participle. It is main verb ing to express present action as present participle. It is main verb plus ded tnen expressing done action as past participle. It is having plus past participle expressing previous action as perfect participle. If you know such way, the way of doing action of verbs and its form, then you will be able to use it successfully in your exam, otherwise not. So only answer and question will not solve the problem, because these questions will not come. The questions, you have already solved many questions from boards. Have they come again in another board in another year? No, most of them have not come. New questions will come in the new years, in new boards. But if you know the way how to do, what is the form of the verbs, what are the names of the verbs, what is the action of the verbs, then you will be able to use it after learning these verbs, also other grammars, and solving previous questions, because those questions will not come, but those type of questions will come which will help you if you know the use of the grammatical items as verbs and others. Okay, clear? So write down what I am writing. Perfect participle having past participle, that is expressing previous action. I can say having learned the answer, I wrote it. Having learned the answer, I wrote it. Having learned the answer, here having, having, having learned, that is having plus learned past participle. The answer, I wrote it. So the fill in the gaps question may come, gap the answer, I wrote it. So learning the answer, I wrote it. Or if you have dash learned the answer, I wrote it, then you will be able to write down having learned the answer, I wrote it. If you get I found him dash on the floor, you will write down fallen on the floor. Okay. I found him dash answer, I found him learning answer. Such a way. So these are the names of the non-finite verbs, and non-finite verbs, you know, are the verbs which cannot express the answer itself. It depends on other tense also, other verbs also. But in this case, if the dash is used in non-finite verbs place, then you will be able to write down non-finite verbs if you know the kinds and forms and actions of non-finite verbs in different names, such present participle, past participle, present participle, main verb ing, past participle, main verb ded, nen, perfect participle, having, past participle. And also there are another non-finite verbs, and those are gerund. And gerund is also in verb ing form, gerund. Another non-finite verb is gerund. Number 4, gerund. And gerund is also main verb ing, but it has another use. Whenever main verb ing is used as the subject in a sentence, then it is gerund. As the subject, main verb ing. That is, swimming is good for health. Here I may use swimming. Swimming is good for health. Good for health. Here verb ing is used not as verb but as noun in place of subject, but from verb ing. So it is gerund. And whenever main verb ing is used as object, it is also gerund. It also gerund. If I say I practice swimming, I practice swimming, it is also gerund. If main verb ing is used in a sentence beside any preposition, plus main verb ing, preposition plus main verb ing, it is also gerund. It is also jiran. How? I keep fit by swimming, except two. After two, there is no verb ing without except exceptional cases. Suppose with a view to, then verb ing with a view to going there. I have come here with a view to going there. That is another case. But usually, except two other preposition when takes verb ing, then it is jiran. So you know another name of present non-finite verb, jiran, main verb ing. When it is in subject, jiran, main verb ing. When it is in object, jiran, main verb ing. When it is beside a preposition, main verb ing. Okay, now by, without, for, etc. And another non-finite verb is infinitive. Infinitive or 2 plus main verb. 2 plus main verb. It is also non-finite verb. Suppose example, we eat to live. Here live, to live, 2 plus main verb. That is infinitive. We read to know. আমরা জানার জন্য পড়ি, আমরা বাঁচার জন্য খাই. That is 2 plus main verb. This is infinitives. Okay, dear learners, now I have already completed 5 kinds of non-finite verbs before you, and you have already known the terms and actions of these verbs. So if you have got the fill in the gaps, in case of finite verbs, non-finite verbs, I think you will be able to use it. And just now we will solve our board exam question. Before that, I like to revise it. Non-finite verbs are of various names. Present participle, main verb ing, when it expresses the previous action. Suppose learning the answers, I wrote it. And here learning, present participle, expressing the present action. I found him learning the answer. Here learning beside him is present participle. Past participle, main verb D-E-D-T-N-E-N. Whenever express the done action, that is I found him falling on floor. And perfect participle, whenever we got the expressing a previous action, that is having learned the answer, I wrote it. And I have already discussed with you jiran, main verb ing, when it is the subject, it is jiran, main verb ing, swimming is good for health. When it is object, jiran, main verb ing at object, I practice swimming, practice object swimming. And when it is beside preposition, main verb ing, it is jiran, I keep fit by swimming, by preposition, swimming, jiran. And infinitive, when it is the purpose to do something, that is 2 plus main verb. We eat to live, we read to know. Now the students, you have already learned about tense in previous classes, but I also like to discuss it with you in another class. Within 1 class or 2 classes, I will complete on tense with voice also, because right use of verb also demand voice, and transformation also demand voice. So it's a great chance to learn voice during learning tense, and I will take 1 or 2 classes on tense and voice next time. And now those persons who have already missed my previous class, you must review my class from my YouTube 3S, searching 3S, and follow today's class on non-finite verbs and fill in the gaps. You will be beneficiary. Okay, let's start with our solving the questions from Dhaka Board HSC level. Dhaka Board HSC level question coset. Previous day we solved coset. Today we will do our next question on coset. Okay, coset. Just take your question from your test paper or guidebook, HSC 2018 coset. And the SSC level students, you will notice the answer, how I solve it. You will not have to do it, you will not have to write it, but you have to notice it. And HSC level, you notice the answer. HSC Combined Board 2018. Before solving the question, I like to have a reading before you. Please notice the reading. Listen to me. Number 5, HSC 2018 coset. Fill in the gaps with close right use of verb. Trees contribute a lot to maintain ecological balance. A month-long tree fair dash in Kurigram Stadium recently dashed by the local administration and the Department of Social Forestation. The fair dash yesterday by the DC of Kurigram. It was also addressed by other speakers who dash the need for planting more trees. The chief guest in his speech dash importance on planting trees so that we dash our environment from other effects of climate change and natural disasters. A huge procession dash through the streets of the town after the inaugural session. Various government and non-government organizations dash up stalls displaying saplings of different varieties, cultural functions, dash every night, dash people to plant trees. Okay, learners, now I like to solve it in front of you, and you will also think with me, write down with me, and learn with me. That is, trees contribute a lot to maintain ecological balance. A month-long tree fair. Begin, we can express it in two ways, either begin or has begun. Begin or has begun. Both are correct here. Okay, but if you solve it with past tense began, then number B will also be with past tense was organized. Passive voice. Notice a passive voice, why it is useful to learn voice. Okay. And if you do has begun, then you will have to do in be noun has organized, has been organized. Okay, has been organized. So either write down began and was organized, was organized, or has begun and here has been organized. Any one is correct. Has been organized. But you are not allowed to write down both past and present perfect. You must write down began with was organized, or present perfect has begun with present perfect has been organized. Okay. Now, it was organized or has been organized by the local administration and the Department of Social Forestation. The fair was inaugurated. It is also depends on the beginning. If you begin with has been, then has been inaugurated, or if you begin it began was organized, it will also be was inaugurated. Was inaugurated. Was inaugurated, or has been inaugurated. Has been inaugurated. Okay, to discover something, inaugurate, to open something, not discover, to open something or formally, that is inauguration. Yesterday, the fair was inaugurated or has been inaugurated yesterday by the DC of Kurigram. It was also addressed by other speakers who dashed the need, who emphasized. Here you will just may use here only past, emphasized. Emphasized earlier, so it is used in past tense. Who emphasized, simple past. Who emphasized the need for planting more trees. The chief guest in his speech put is form here in past form. The speech put importance on planting trees so that we dash save, so that we could save. As it is in past, so we should use here could save, and so that is used for can plus main verb or could plus main verb. In case of past tense, that is could, we should use here could save. Okay, after so that our environment from other effects of climate change and natural disasters. A huge procession paraded through, paraded, D-E-D, P-A-R-A-D-E-D, a huge procession paraded through the streets of the town after the inaugural session. Various government and non-government organizations set up stalls. That is they arrange the stalls there. Organizations set up stalls displaying saplings of different varieties, cultural functions. Cultural functions dash were arranged. It is in passive voice. Where so see the dear learners where the importance of voice is. Okay, so we will learn voice and tense altogether in our next classes. So you get here up stalls. He set up stalls displaying saplings of different varieties. Cultural functions were arranged every night, and every night key to inspire. Every night to inspire. Here is the what is the term of this non-finite verb? Tell me. I have already taught you just a few minutes ago. 2 plus main verb. This is what? This is infinitive. 2 plus main verb to express some purpose. To express some purpose. Okay. So displaying saplings of different varieties, cultural functions were arranged every night to inspire people to plant trees. Okay. And do you know the meaning of saplings? Saplings is the very much preliminary stage of the small trees. Okay, saplings, charagas. Okay. Now, dear learners, I like to show the all answers in front of you and moving my copy to you just to make you able to see it very much straightforward. Okay. So the answers are there. Began or has begun or has begun. Number A. Number B, was organized or has been organized. And in number C, it will be the answer I have already written, inauguration, and that is was inaugurated or has been inaugurated. Okay. And inaugurated, write down the spelling, inaugurate, I-N-A-G-U-R-A-T-E-D, inaugurated, has been or was inaugurated. Anyone, if you start, already I have said you, if you start with the imperfect, then it will be has been. If you don't start the imperfect but with past indefinite, then it will be was inaugurated. And since this verb, it is allowed to say in past tense. Speakers who what I have written here, who emphasized. Emphasized means to give the importance. Emphasized. This is E-M-P-H-A-S-I-J-D-D. E-M-P-H-A-S-I-J-D-D. Emphasized. Okay, emphasized. Put. Number E, put. F, could say. Okay, F, could say. Yes, could say. And G is prepared. Paraded. P-A-R-A-D-E-D. Paraded. Number G, paraded. G, paraded. H, number is set. S-E-T, set. Only set. I, where arranged. A-R-R-A-N-G-D. Where arranged. Where arranged. A-R-R-A-N-G-D. Where arranged. And to inspire. Number J, to I-N-S-P-I-R-E, to inspire. Okay, dear HSC students, thank you very much for writing down the answers with me, and also thank goes to the SSC students who have enjoyed this filling the gaps and noticed the way I have done with your older brothers and sisters. And now I invite the SSC level students to write down with me, and also invite the HSC students to watch the filling the gaps. Please don't go out. Please keep with us, dear HSC students, to solve the SSC level. Also, you will not have to write down now. You will also notice. And SSC level students, you have taken rest since till now. Now you will work out. Okay. Dhaka Board 2019 question number 4. Dear students, please write down. Please write down. Take your guidebook or your solving test paper, question paper, Dhaka Board 2019. But write down the answer with me just now. Okay. Dhaka Board 2019. Fill in the gaps with right use of verb. First, let's find out the meaning of the clues. Okay. Here are some clues. We see here some clues, and these are think and think, you know, think just mone kora chinta kora, die, expire, more jawa, be hawa, to become, defend, to protect something, defend, কিছু কাউকে পরাজিত করে দেওয়া, কিছুকে বাধা দিয়ে দেওয়া, ঠিক আছে, protect, or to be gainer or winner over something, that is also defend. Okay. Honor, to give respect, inspire, to give inspiration to someone or something, inspire. Sacrifice, to give inspiration means inspiration means that is to arise something, will or wish to do something. Okay, to arise wish to do something, that is inspire. To arise wish in somebody to do something. And sacrifice, just to leave something without any interest. And remember, that is to remind. Okay, dear students, let's start to fill in the gaps. First time I am reading, you just read with me, and then I will solve the answers. Patriotism is a noble virtue. It dash a man to shed the last drop of blood to dash the freedom of his country. A man without patriotism dash not better than a beast. A true patriot dash by all. He always dash for the welfare of his country. On the other hand, the unpatriotic men dash only for their own interests. Those who dash for the country are true patriots. They dash even after their death. That is why the freedom fighters who dashed their lives in 1971 are remembered and dashed forever. Okay, dear students, I think you have got the interest from reading this passage, and just solve with me. And notice the clues for right use of verbs. Patriotism is a noble virtue. It dash a man. It is the universal truth. It is the simple present. So main verb plus s or es when the subject is third person singular number. Okay, it is third person singular number. So it, which one will suit here? Inspire. Inspire with s. Inspires. So write down the answer. Inspires. Okay, inspires. It inspires a man to shed the last drop of blood to dash the freedom of his country. To dash the freedom, to defend. I told you, protect. Okay, to defend. To defend, that is to protect. To defend. 2 plus main verb here. Notice 2 plus main verb. This is the infinitive. I will show you in black and white. That is what is the use of learning the terms of grammatical items. Okay, so it's not enough to solve the questions only. Don't go to solve the question first time. First time learn the grammatical items for your books, for your class lectures, from my sheet lectures, from my YouTube lectures. Everywhere is the basic knowledge in grammar for you. Just pick up, learn it, and have command over this, and then try to solve the answers. You will be successful both in classes, at homes and also in some halls. Okay, so here the use of 2 plus main verb, that is infinitive. The last drop of blood to defend the freedom of his country. What is the purpose? His purpose is to defend. It is mean infinitive. Okay, a man without patriotism. What? A man is singular, so each is from be. We have already used inspire, we have used defend, and we are using now be. And be for each. A man without patriotism is not better than a beast. Okay, do you agree with me? Yes, a man without patriotism is not better than a beast. একটা পশুর চাইতে ভালো নয় যে মানুষ, যার দেশপ্রেম নাই, তাই না? দেশপ্রেম ছাড়া মানুষ শুধু দেশপ্রেম না, দেশপ্রেম, খোদা প্রেম, আল্লাহ প্রেম, মানব প্রেম এগুলো ছাড়া বা প্রাণী প্রেম এগুলো ছাড়া একজন মানুষ না, সে তো পশু। একজন পশু যেমন কিছু বোঝে না, নিজের স্বার্থ বোঝে, একজন মানুষ যদি তা না করে, দেশপ্রেম, ষষ্ঠাপ্রেম, দেশপ্রেম, আল্লাহ প্রেম, মানব প্রেম এইসব যদি না থাকে, প্রাণী প্রেম তার মধ্যে না থাকে, সে মানুষ হবে না। ওকে, সো এ ম্যান উইদাউট প্যাট্রিয়টিজম ইজ নট বেটার দ্যান এ বিস্ট, এ ট্রু প্যাট্রিয়ট ড্যাশ বাই অল। হিয়ার ইজ দ্য ভয়েস, ডিয়ার স্টুডেন্টস, why I have told you to learn voice. Okay, voice is important, transformation, voice is important in filling the gaps, and it is also important in other uses of grammatical portion. Overall, it is important in using in language. Okay, so a man without patriotism is not better than a beast. A true patriot dashed by all. A true patriot, what may be? Here the answer, a true patriot. Here, think die be defend honor. Yes, honor. So by all, so it is in passive form. A true patriot is honored. Okay, is honored. A true patriot is honored. And now it is in present form, you are using is honored, but whenever it will be in other forms, then you must know very much deeply the voice intenses. Okay, so I will do it with you in next classes. A true patriot is honored by all. He always what? He always who? The true patriot. He always, he third person singular, always, or this in simple present when we express something in universal truth or scientific truth or regular work, okay, or habitual truth, then we can use simple present. So he always thinks, T-S-I-N-K-S. He always thinks, T-S-I-N-K-S. He always thinks. What does he think? He always thinks for the welfare of his country. On the other hand, the unpatriotic man, here man is in plural form. Okay? And here he is in singular form. And how many words are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you will have to use one word 2 times also. Okay? 2 words in 2 times. Here we have used already think 1 time, that is things, and it will also be used for other times, that is think, T-S-I-N-K, think. Okay? Things and think in 2 forms. So things, not things, here, think. On the other hand, the unpatriotic man think, T-S-I-N-K. Here the simple present in plural form, think, and simple present in singular form, things. On the other hand, the unpatriotic men think only for their own interest. Those who dash for the country, what? Those who universal truth. So universal truth, so that is those who die for the country. Simple present. Those who die. Another word, die. I got it here, so I wrote down there. Okay. So die. What? Those who die for the country are true patriots. They dash even after their death. They are remembered. So after their death, they are remembered. They cannot remember themselves, so they are remembered by the people. Okay, so it is present form and passive voice. So they are remembered. Here the answer, remember, here, this is remembered. Okay, and there is also one word, sacrifice here. Okay, so they are remembered, R-E-M-E-M-B-E-R-E-D. They are remembered even after their death. That is why the freedom fighters who dashed their lives, what? In 1971, it is the past year. Okay, so it's past year, so time should be in past tense. Who? Sacrificed. Here, one word was left out, sacrificed. So I have used it. So who sacrificed? S-A-C-R-I-F-I-C-E-D. Who sacrificed their lives in 1971? Those are, what are those? They are remembered and are honored. And they are, here R is common. So they are remembered and honored. H-O-N-O-U-R-E-D, and honored. They are remembered and honored. H-O-N-O-U-R-E-D, remembered. That is honor. I have already used other terms. Have I used it? Honor. Have I used it? Honor. Yes. One time I have used it, and another time I have also used it. So you have as you have 8 words, so you will have to use it more than one time. That is honor for 2 times and sacrifice for 2 times. Okay, this is sacrifice. No, think for 2 times. We have used think for 2 times and honor for 2 times. So 10 gaps are here made up. Okay, dear students, notice my filling the gaps. Now how I filled it. I am reading again, and you match it. Patriotism is a noble virtue. It inspires a man to shed the last drop of blood to defend the freedom of his country. A man without patriotism is not better than a beast. A true patriot is honored by all. He always thinks for the welfare of his country. On the other hand, the unpatriotic men think only for their own interest. Those who die for the country are not patriots. They are remembered even after their death. That is why the freedom fighters who sacrificed their lives in 1971 are remembered and honored forever. Okay, my dear students, I have already solved 2 questions, one from HSC level 2018 CALSET and the other from SSC level 2019 Dhaka board, and I also gave both of you the homework, and during my doing classwork you will have the salvation of homework either this day or that day. Suppose this day HSC level has got another question as CW, but the CW what I have done today for SSC level 2019, it was the HCW for HSC level last day. Okay, so such way I will do the give you SW after my lecture, and then I will solve it with the CW on the next this class or that class. Okay, so don't be worried with my activities. You just keep alert what I do when, and you follow me. I think you will be able to do better in your exam and you will learn better. Now I like to give you homework too, and this homework will be for 3 levels for SSC, SSC and JSC also. JSC don't mind because you have no fill in the gaps with right use of verb. So I have not done or mentioned your name, but you have fill in the gaps with first paper. It is also with various words, parts of speeches, including verbs also, and it is concerning your textbook for today. I will also do that. I will also do that in my next classes, but JSC students also will notice my kinds of verbs and also tense and voice from my previous class, present class, and also from my future class. Okay. So, dear students, my 3 levels, JSC, SSC and HSC, you take your homework today. HSC level, HSC, you have already done your Dhaka board 2019, I think. You have already got your 2018. So, you will do Dhaka board 2017 and 2016, question number 5. Fill in the gaps with right use of verb. Okay, question number 5, HSC board, Dhaka board 2017, 2016. And SSC, you will also do it. You have already gotten your salvation with 2019 Dhaka board today and previous day 2018 combined board, and now you will do Dhaka board 2017 and 2016, question number 4. And JSC, don't be frustrated or disheartened, my dear kids. You will do from Dhaka board same 2017 and 2016 also. Here you will find out the fill in the gaps with various words in which questions are there. You will find out. Okay, you will find out and answer the questions. And during my discussion with CWork, I will also solve it in any class. Okay, just follow my classes. And which classes you have, all of you of 3 levels have missed, please search the previous classes to make up your lost lesson from my YouTube channel 3S Shira Sar's Tech. Please search it. And now you just revise this part from my previous classes. I discussed verb. It is of 2 kinds, finite and non-finite. And non-finite is the names of verbs, and I have already discussed it today. And finite verbs is the verbs which are in different tenses and in different forms, in different structures. And these finite verbs are of 2 kinds, principal and auxiliary. And principal are of 3 forms: do verb, that is eat, to, will, see, suppose. And be verb is am, is, are, was, will be, shall be. And have but have, has had, will have, shall have, etc. And auxiliary verbs are of 2 kinds, usual and model. And auxiliary verbs are those verbs which helps the principal verb, but those auxiliaries who change its forms during helping, those are usual. In case of I, it is used am. In case of he or she, it is used is. Okay. And but the verbs which doesn't change its form during helping the principal verbs are models. That is, he must go, you must go, you should go, he can go, she can go, we can go, they can go. Everywhere can, should, must. You will also have another that is could, may, might, have to, had better. These are our various models, and this doesn't change its forms but help the principal verbs. Okay, auxiliary verbs are of 2 kinds, usual and model. And then principal verb, those are of 2 kinds, intransitive and transitive. Okay, transitive and intransitive. And transitive are those who have objects, and transitive are those who have no objects. And transitives are also of 2 kinds. One is single object and the other is double object. Okay, so the classification is very much interesting. Classification. Verbs are of 2 kinds, finite, non-finite. The first one, finite, are of 2 kinds, principal and auxiliaries. And the first one, principal, are of 3 kinds, do, be and have. And the second one, auxiliary, are of 2 kinds, usual and model. And the first kind, transitive is of 2 kinds. Principal is 2 kinds, transitive and intransitive. And the first one, transitive, are of 2 kinds, single object intransitive and double object transitive. And such way, these are the classifications of verbs. And I have already discussed the names of the non-finite verbs today. And you need to see non-finite verbs are participles, gerund, infinitive, and participles are of 3 kinds. Present participle, main verb ing, when it is used expressing doing words, and that is previous words. And verb ing, present participle, when it expresses the present word after noun or pronoun. Okay, verb ing after noun or pronoun, verb ing. And here past participle, another name of non-finite, non-finite verb, main verb plus D-E-D T-N-E-M. That is, it expresses the done action. It also is used after, just after noun or pronoun. Okay, and see here, I found him, following after him. Okay, and perfect participle, it also expresses the previous action. Suppose having learned the answer, I have wrote it, but I wrote it. Having learned, it is perfect participle. And another non-finite verb is what? Gerund. And gerund is here after 2 pages. I have already passed 2 pages. Gerund. Main verb ing, when it is in subject, main verb ing. Gerund, when that is swimming is good for health. When it is an object, main verb ing, it is also gerund. I practice swimming, when it is beside the preposition except to, with some exceptional. Without some exceptional, I keep fit by swimming, by gerund, verb ing. Okay, it is gerund. And also we have last one named non-finite verb. Non-finite verb are those verbs that doesn't completely sense without the help of Without help of what? Without the help of finite verb. Okay. So these non-finite verbs takes places in the sentences beside beside finite verb, and whenever you will get gaps or dashes in the case of non-finite verb, you will just use it, having learned this way of form and action of these verbs. Okay. Last one is infinitive as non-finite verb, 2 plus main verb. It expresses the purpose to do something. Suppose we eat to live, we read to know. Okay, dear students, to know we will watch our Facebook again and again and search step 3s from YouTube to make up your previous classes. Until then, goodbye for today. Allah Hafiz.